truth about inflation. Why is your cash evaporating? Imagine running on a treadmill that automatically increases its speed every single year. You sprint, you sweat, you sacrifice your free time just to stay in the exact same spot. You are programmed to believe that if you work hard and save your money, you will be safe. That is a lie. Right now, an invisible thief is operating in the background. It isn't stealing your coins, it is stealing the value of your life's work. You are becoming poorer, not because you are spending too much, but because your money is dying. Join our simulation. We are going to dismantle this invisible trap. System alert. Visual check initiated. Focus your optical sensors on the object before you, the digital wallet. The heads-up display reads a value of 10,000 units. Your logic processor interprets this as savings. This is a fatal calculation error. Execute Corrosion Algorithm.exe. Observe the perimeter of the asset. The pixels are not being stolen. They are disintegrating. The material is rusting. Structural integrity is failing in real time. The number on the screen, 10,000, remains constant, but the container shrinks by 5%. You attempt to grab the wallet, but the code is corrupted. It crumbles. You are holding sand. This is not an accident. It is a feature. Biometric scan initiated. Scanning retinal patterns. Subject identified. Digital burnout. Neural synchronization in progress. 50%, 100%. Access granted. Welcome to the simulation universe. We do not provide entertainment. We provide logic patches for broken financial operating systems. Your current build is vulnerable to external erosion. We are here to recompile the code. Today's directive: isolate the inflation bug, deconstruct the mechanism of value destruction, install the preservation protocols. System initialization complete. Accessing root directory. Opening file, central_bank_logic.sys. We must correct a fundamental syntax error in your perception. You believe inflation means goods are becoming more expensive. You believe the price of the house, the fuel, and the food is rising due to increased value. Incorrect. The house is the same house. The fuel contains the same potential energy. The variable that has changed is the unit of measurement. Let us examine the dilution protocol. Imagine the economy is a closed network with exactly 1 billion pixels of value. You own 1,000 pixels. You own a specific percentage of the total resolution. Now, the central server, the administrator, executes a command, supply_expansion. They inject another 1 billion pixels into the network. Query: did the network get twice as rich? Answer: negative. The network size remains constant. The only change is that there are now twice as many pixels representing the same data. Your 1,000 pixels now command half the screen real estate they did yesterday. This is not growth. This is debasement. When the system prints new currency, it does not create new value. It steals a fraction of the value from every existing unit currently in storage. The price tag rising is simply the system recalibrating to reflect your diluted status. You are not paying more. Your money is simply worth less. Initiating comparative simulation. Load scenario A versus scenario B. Timeline: 10 cycles. Let us observe two distinct user profiles operating within the same corrupted network. Subject A, the saver. Subject A executes the hoarding script. They labor, generate surplus energy, and store it exclusively in static liquidity, cash in a savings account. They believe the number on the screen is a constant. They view the currency as the destination. Subject B, the owner. Subject B executes the conversion script. They labor, generate surplus energy, and immediately export it out of the currency. They convert liquid pixels into solid-state objects, equity in a profitable network, a plot of land, or scarce commodities. They view the currency only as a transmission protocol, not a storage device. Execute command, system_inflation, rate 7%. Observe the results. Status report, subject A. The saver's account balance remains unchanged. However, the cost to execute basic life functions, fuel, shelter, nutrients, has re-indexed upward. The water level of prices has risen. Because subject A is standing on the floor of the tank, the water rises above their neck. To survive, subject A must increase labor output just to breathe. They are running faster. They are drowning. Status report, subject B. Subject B held no static currency. They held the boat, the asset. As the supply of money flooded the system, the price of the asset floated upward with the tide. Subject B did not work harder. The asset performed the work of repricing itself to match the new dilution. Simulation conclusion. In an inflationary environment, cash is a melting ice cube. It requires constant energy input to maintain its state. Hard assets are the freezer. They preserve the state without active labor. You cannot save your way out of a system designed to devalue savings. You must own the system. Download available. Patch name, the_hedge_protocol.rar. We have identified the vulnerability. Your liquidity is soft software. It can be edited, copied, and pasted by the central administrator. To patch this, you must convert your wealth into hard hardware, variables that the administrator cannot edit. Install Module 1, the Production Shield, Equities. Do not store money. Store ownership in the machines that make the money. When prices rise, corporations simply adjust their code to charge more. They pass the inflation cost to the consumer. If you hold the stock, you are the system. If you hold the cash, you are the consumer. Switch sides. Install Module 2, the Finite Drive, Real Estate. The map size is fixed. They can print more dollars to buy the land, but they cannot print more land. As the currency degrades, the nominal value of the coordinate XY axis increases. This is your physical anchor in a digital storm. Install Module 3, the Immutable Constants, Commodities/Hard Money, Gold, Silver, Decentralized Ledger Assets. These are files with read-only permission. The central server has no write access here. They cannot double the supply of gold with a keystroke. These assets act as the control group, the standard against which the dying dollar is measured. System directive. Skin your current inventory. If your portfolio is 100% cash, you are running with your firewall down. You must diversify your bandwidth. The strategy is simple: short the currency, long the scarcity. Scarcity is the only encryption that the inflation bug cannot crack. Initiating System Reboot. Clearing cache. Deleting legacy file, savings_mindset.old. It is time to rewrite your core definitions. For decades, you were programmed with a specific logic chain. Cash is safe. Investing is risky. This code is now obsolete. In the current version of the simulation, the polarity has reversed. New syntax loaded. Cash is guaranteed decay. Assets are essential survival. You must stop viewing money as a trophy to be put on a shelf. Money is a battery. And like all batteries, it leaks charge over time. If you leave it sitting in the drawer, it dies. You must connect that battery to a machine, an asset, that generates new power. The goal is no longer saving. The goal is purchasing power preservation. Do not fear the volatility of the market. The price of assets will fluctuate up and down. This is noise. Focus on the signal. The signal is that the denominator, the currency, is mathematically programmed to go to zero over a long enough timeline. The inflation bug is not a glitch you can wait out. It is the operating system. You cannot fix the bank. You can only fix your behavior. Reboot complete. System optimal. Establishing uplink with the network. Data collection initiated. The patch has been distributed. The logic has been corrected. Now, we must verify the installation of the new protocols across the user base. We have defined the 3 primary firewalls against the inflation bug: the Production Shield, Equities, the Finite Drive, Real Estate, and the Immutable Constants, Gold and Commodities. System query: which firewall are you currently prioritizing to protect your stored energy? Are you betting on the machines, the land, or the metals? Input your selection in the comment logs below. The simulation evolves based on the collective intelligence of the network. Share your configuration. End transmission. Session terminated. The Wealth Simulation.